close on the deal.
Okay.
Yeah, so just pending a couple things and then it'll be official.
Okay. I didn't know if on the record you could talk about it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we can talk about it, but it's not official yet. Yeah.
Well, just the
What is
thought
it?
process behind working toward this contract that we know 2 years. What was the thought process to locking this up?
You know, just it's not, you know, I wouldn't say there's one thing driving it. You know, we wanted to get something done. Obviously, both sides did, and yeah. So hopefully we can just put those finishing touches on it.
Trevor, I believe with Charlie, Nolan, and now you, they did similar things where I've read the last 2 years of arbitration. It's usually a signal that the team has a lot of interest in retaining you, a lot of worth. They think you're worthy. How does that make you feel to know that the franchise did this for you?
Yeah, it feels good. You know, I've enjoyed my time here. I love playing here in front of these fans, and you know, we've last year was rough, but the years before that they've been good. So, you know, I think you kind of got to look at it in a bigger picture, and but yeah, to see, you know, kind of the same way it's happened to Nolan and Chuck, that you know, the kind of first step has happened for me. So yeah, it makes me feel good. You know, we obviously both believe in each other a whole lot.
When you exchange figures with the club, you went that far apart. Were talks ongoing then about a 2-year deal?
No, it was
After that,
yeah, pretty just recently. Yeah.
that was probably an indication that you weren't that far apart, that you were.
Right.
There was common ground.
Right.
Are you worried at all what's happened with Nolan, the public issues he's got with your general manager, that will bleed into spring training and or the team?
You know, I think either way, you know, whatever happens, we'll do a good job of handling it. You know, I can't speak for Nolan, but you know, we're just worried about you know, our clubhouse and trying to win games. So we're all pros here, and you know, we'll continue to act that way.
Has today been like that where you get a lot of questions about the Nolan situation, and who knows, maybe depending on how it's resolved, you may continue to get them. How are you handling that, and do you get with Nolan? And I know it's his deal, your deal, but how do you guys kind of square that away?
Yeah, it's all a little different, you know. At the end of the day, you know, all it comes down to is, you know, everyone wants to win. Everyone involved wants to win, and you know, that's what we're gonna try to do. And you know, you can only control what you can, you know. So for me, I try not to worry too much about you know, what I can't control, and I think that's what we're gonna try to do.
Trevor, what can you do personally to help lift the team back to contention, be it on the field, be it as a leader in the clubhouse, be it whatever? Are there some things you've thought about that you would like to do to help get this team back to where it was?
Yeah, you know, I think the more and more years that you play, you know, you feel more comfortable approaching guys and talking about ways to play the game and ways to get better here. And you know, that starts with me looking at myself in the mirror and you know, figuring out ways to get better. You know, I want to steal more bases. I feel like that's going to help us get on base more, and you know, just tidying up little things here and there that I think can go a long way. But you know, I do want to be more of a vocal leader. I think, you know, it's kind of come to that point to where you know, that time in my career where I feel like that's what I want to do. And you know, leading you know, by example is more natural for me, but you know, I think it's a total evolution of, you know, me trying to be the player that I want to be. I think that's part of it.
How excited are you to see David Dahl stay healthy, play for a full season, and build on what he did last year?
Yeah, I'm real excited. He's you know, made an all-star game last year and putting up some really good numbers. So yeah, to get a full season, you know, under his belt, you know, injury-free is going to be huge for us. I think you know, having 162 of him in the lineup is you know, a lot of people are kind of overlooking that. You know, that he missed 62 games, which is a lot of production. So having him in the lineup for, you know, the long haul is going to benefit us a lot.
When you guys win 71 games, the outside looking in with no free agent money spent, is fans get cynical and upset. What would you say to fans and why this team can bounce back?
Yeah, you know, it's we feel like, you know, in 17 and 18, you know, similar team to the core, I think, and you know, a couple of guys here and there aren't there, but yeah, I think that's what I would say. You know, it's pretty much the same team that was gonna play off in 17 and 18. The core players are pretty much the same. So yeah, we feel good about it. So we feel like the fans should too.
You and David both talked about being a little bit more vocal in leadership. As part of that, looking back at last year, having lost DJ, who wasn't vocal, but you did lose a leader, do you feel like there was a little bit of a void there, and maybe you guys can do some things differently to step up and fill that?
Yeah, you know, I think you always, you know, speaking personally for me, DJ, you know, we're very close friends, and yeah, I think Mac stepped in and did his thing. You know, he had a great year, and you know, it's hard to compare, but obviously, you know, we missed him. He had a great year in New York, and but yeah, there like you said, I think there's other ways to you know, pick up, and you know, whether it's others leading different ways, I think that's the way to do it.
From the outset, a lot of people question the rotation, but you saw that rotation the 2 previous years when it was healthy. Are you pretty comfortable with the way it lines up?
Yeah, you know, we feel like Free's gonna bounce back and have a good year. You know, I truly feel like he can be you know, one of the best pitchers in this game, and he believes that, and that's the most important part. So we know he's, you know, I really feel he's gonna bounce back. You know, I feel like Marquez and Gray are gonna, you know, take more steps, you know, as they did last year, and yeah, I think the other guys are gonna do their thing as well.
Playing behind Jonathan last year, I mean, how much of a growth was there in his approach during games?
Who's that you said?
Gray.
Oh yeah, yeah. You could tell. You could kind of feel it. You know, it seems to me more like a, you know, he's pretty mentally strong. Is what it seems like. Just seemed like more of an edge out there, and you know, you could feel that. And we love playing behind that.
Okay, last question.
You spent about the last 5 weeks hitting leadoff. Did you get fully comfortable there? And you mentioned wanting to steal more bases, which would tie into that, but have you gotten any indications that that's what you'll do this year?
I haven't got any indications. You know, I imagine 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5. So we'll see. But you know, it was weird. It was different for me. I had never led off before, and you know, I guess you really only lead off one time, you know, to start the game, and then after that, it's kind of mixed up. But yeah, it was different for me. You know, trying to set the table instead of you know, clean the table.